参與咧Kampung Siam 即係我哋上地Kampung 活動。我相信講個呢段時間讓真係本頭了大埔咗會即係馬路呢邊嘅地主會叫呢邊嘅人佢哋搬。今日來到有幾個人會問我，咁呢疫情影響係咪按照講咧係咪數？所以講用大部時間解釋嘅。So thank you everyone for coming here tonight to the candlelight, the Kampung Siam candlelight vigil. I have to say, all the music and the canopy and everything, the candles and everything here tonight is actually organized by the people here. Sometimes a lot of you ask, oh, you know, YB, are you the one who organized everything? But no, I think the spirit and the togetherness and the cooperation within the village is something that continues to impress me. Both in how they have been working together, coming to my office for discussions and meetings, how they have organized themselves with the banners to tell the people what is happening to their village, and in the organizing of the candlelight vigil tonight. Clearly, this is a community, in its true sense, a community who knows each other, a community who have been living together for a very long time. Many people have asked as they are coming in, actually, what is the story behind what is going on here? I thought I'll take a few minutes to explain. Okay, the history of this land, as far as we know it, started before 1854. The Burmese and Siamese people migrants who have come over from Burma and Siam at that time have been settling in this village for about 200 years, since about 200 years ago. And in 1854, on behalf of Queen Victoria, the East India Company gave this land for free to the Burmese and Siamese people who were living here. And basically, the grant given by East India Company, they appointed 4 trustees. So they appointed 4 people to represent the Burmese and Siamese people. 2 Siamese and 2 Burmese. So they appointed 2 Burmese and 2 Siamese to represent the Siamese and Burmese community living here. But in that grant they wrote, okay, we give you this land, but you are not allowed to, but you or any of your successors, any other trustees after you, are not allowed to sell or rent or bargain or transfer the ownership of their land. So it clearly writes in this 1854 grant that the trustees, the people who are trusted to keep this land, is not allowed to rent or sell or bargain or transfer ownership of this land. And it says that this land is to be continued to be used for the benefit of the Burmese and Siamese descendants and for the management of the temple affairs. So that was 1854, and since that time the Burmese and Siamese continue to live here. The Siamese have also set up temple here. There are some Siamese and Burmese graveyard just behind that fence there. The Penang Burmese Society has got their society building here as well. I mean, to be fair, there was a period of time, maybe that caused some of the confusion. There was a period of time, about 44 years. 44 years when the Burmese didn't have trustees. They didn't formally have trustees taking care of this land. The reason for that is because the trustees that were appointed, they passed away and new trustees were not appointed. In that 44 years when the Burmese didn't formally have trustees on this land, the Siamese continue living here. They continue building their temple. And so, as you can see now here today, you do see more Siamese descendants on the land and the Siamese temple here as well, the reclining Buddha temple here as well. But then after that, the new Burmese trustees were appointed. And then shortly after that, in 1994, they decided that since the Siamese temple is already built on the other side, they decided to split the land into two. So they decided to split the land into two. So one half, and this was in 1994. The land that was originally given, which is from Burma Road all the way to Klawai Road, so that this whole stretch of land was split into two. But at that time, still joint ownership, Siamese Burmese. And then in 2002, they decided to change the names around so that only the Siamese trustees had rights to that land, and the Burmese trustees had rights to this land. So I think whether or not the Siamese community here agree with this decision of how the Siamese trustees together, the Burmese trustees, decided that the Siamese will take that piece of land and the Burmese will take this piece of land. This was in 2002 when they moved the names around. But even after moving the names around, actually that piece of land there is, majority of this whole land is still classified as untuk tujuan keagamaan stroke kebudayaan, religion or culture. But then, to our surprise, we recently discovered that as early as in 1996, the half from the fence that you can see here until Burma Road, basically where we are standing now until Burma Road, somehow in 1996 it was gazetted as commercial untuk perniagaan am. It's gazetted as commercial. So then the land that the Burmese trustees held, part of it became for keagamaan am. For perniagaan am, for commercial. The Burmese tried the Burmese trustees, as far as we know, in 2009, they tried to apply to build a hotel here, and the state government rejected twice. And then, without our knowledge, they asked to split the land. So that the Burmese land the land that the Burmese own, they split it further into two. So that any part that is religious and keagama for religious and culture, they split away, and then the remaining that is only perniagaan am, that they can build a hotel, they then applied to build a hotel. But they didn't. The Burmese trustees themselves were not able to develop a hotel. So then they decided to joint venture with a development company called Ayamas Development Sendirian Berhad. And together with Ayamas Development Sendirian Berhad, the trustees formed a company called 5-Star Heritage. So the shareholders of 5-Star Heritage are the 4 Burmese trustees together with Ayamas Sendirian Berhad. So 5-Star Heritage, it belongs to the 4 Burmese trustees and Ayamas Sendirian Berhad, and this is the company that has decided to apply to build a hotel here. So Ayamas, A-I-R-M-A-S, Ayamas. So the question then is, people ask, hey, if this is trustee land, how come they can build a hotel? How come they can sell the land to a developing company? So that is where the question mark lies. The thing is that they didn't actually sell the hotel. They themselves are the shareholders of this. They didn't sell to 5-Star Heritage. The trustees themselves are the shareholders to 5-Star Heritage. So does that mean that they have sold the land or not? That is a question that we have to, that we have to look into. And then the other thing is that, okay, the decision to develop the hotel here what was the process? Does all the Burmese community agree that this land can be used to develop a hotel? Does having a hotel here serve the purpose of the original reason why Queen Victoria gave this land? The original reason why Queen Victoria gave this land is for the benefit of the Siamese and Burmese community here. So does developing a hotel serve that purpose? I think that the Burmese community and the Burmese trustees, we would like to hear from them how they see and how they can assure that the hotel will serve the benefit of the Burmese and Siamese community here. But most importantly of all, I think in wanting to build a hotel here, the community that is here has been in Plauticus for such a long time. They are all faces, people, those of you who grew up in Plauticus and come to Plauticus, you will recognize a lot of the faces of the people who are here tonight. They run businesses nearby. They're walking in and out of the town. They are people that we can easily recognize. When in moving all of them out, if they were to develop the land, we will lose the vital community that has been part of Plauticus for such a long time. Which is why all along we have been appealing to the Burmese trustees to please consider the social and cultural value of this land. I think in a short while, I will also ask Clement Liang from Penang Heritage Trust to tell us a little bit about the Siamese history in Plauticus. The thing is that actually Penang has very close ties to Thailand. We have seen migration of Thai people to Penang, not just to any other part of Malaysia, but to Penang, and many times throughout history. And in fact, recently, Penang signed friendly city relationship with Phuket. And then the basis of signing this friendship city status with Phuket is because of our shared history, our shared culture, our shared heritage. And this community explains and they provide the link to tell why Penang is so connected to Phuket, and the close relationship these two countries, these two cities have played in history. So at this stage, what's happened now is the Burmese trustees, or I should say the Five Star Heritage, has decided that they will take all the residents to court, and they've issued summons to ask all the residents and businesses here to go to court. They have not. They do not seem willing to continue discussions further. And really, I think if any of you here are able to speak to the Burmese trustees, all we want is actually to discuss further, so that the importance of the community here can be recognized in whatever they do to the land. So, but at the moment, they insist on taking all the residents and businesses to court. They do not seem willing to discuss, and they do not seem willing to acknowledge the importance of this community to the history and the society, the community of Plauticus. And this is why we are here tonight. We want the Burmese trustees to please recognize that and please respect this value, the value of this land, and that there are many people here who are supporting this community, and we hope that the Burmese trustees will consider this and will consider the importance of the community, the culture and the history here. The candlelight vigil is organized by the community here, but the petition that is being given out, I think many of you have already signed the petition here tonight. The petition was written by my office. As the representative of Plauticus, I also want to make sure that the history and the unique heritage of the unique multicultural diversity of Plauticus will also not be destroyed through this development. So if you have not yet signed the petition, please sign. I think the community really appreciates your support, and all of us here tonight really appreciate that you have taken your Saturday night to join us. there are actually a lot of interesting stories to share here. So I think maybe I'd like to invite some of the older residents, or maybe even Boon. Maybe Boon, you can kick off to come and share how you feel. Share how you feel having to move out of your home.
Hello, I'm Boon, short name. It's sad that we feel very sad, especially the Siamese community, that we knew that this place had been separated long time ago. But what we're hoping that it's a waste. It's our culture. We have been here for so long. It's a trust property, actually Burmese trust property. But we try whatever things to preserve our culture, the value of this piece of land here. See, that's why we have our own language, our own culture, everything. In fact, we are also supporting the community here. Not only political, in Penang also. I say whatever function that we Thai will take part in it. So we are really sad. So like what we are doing here to get a petition to give the support from the people here, to help us to how are we going to settle this matter, this case like that?
之咪要，今日咱將我種人有嚟合作，咱這個上物嘅地加這個學道有合作，咱做人我這世界一段什麼呢？
ว่าเมียนวันไอ้ละวันดีรุรัตนาว่าชุดสีจิเป่งตรงที่มาตัวอะไรก็ก่อตายแล้วไว้ปลาหัวไว้เกี้ยไว้ซูนไว้กันนาซูนก่อตายแล้ว所以ว่าตรงกิมปุ่นสีเสี่ยวเหรียญว่าตรงกิมเก่าจับเปรี้ยว咯所以叫เสี่ยวเหรียญบ่เก่าจับเปรี้ยวว่าตัวเป็นเกียร์กู้所以ว่าใจเจริญเราไม่ขอร่างฉุดนี้เบลเราปวดฉุดนี้ว่าปุ่นเสี่ยวปุ่นสีขันข้ออยู่นะนั่นคือตัวบริสุทธิ์ใจโบจะจิบเป่งอย่างนี้เองไม่มีเกียรติจะมีสาเกปุ่นแม่ปุ่นอะไรใส่ชุดอะไรเนี่ย所以嗰個借是掉咯，啱本鬥多未必特冷啊，鬥下招咯啫，喏，係你關。
That we are our history linked to Thailand. In Penang, if you destroy this, we wipe out the Thai history also. So many things about Thailand history is found in Plauticus.